was a little bit hesitant at first to do a Titanic episode. When you think that so much has already been made and filmed and said and done about Titanic, we all think we know the story of Titanic. But as we went through our research process and I started speaking to many experts, what was clear is that there were new things to say about Titanic. I think one of the interesting things that we cover is relatively recently it was revealed that the discovery of Titanic in 1985 was actually part of a secret CIA operation that was carrying out activities deep in the Atlantic Ocean. This was the height of the Cold War. Secrecy was paramount. You had the Americans on one side and the Soviets on the other, always spying on each other. Another interesting point that intrigued me was how close we came to forgetting about Titanic. Really, the story of Titanic did almost vanish from history. You have to remember that soon after Titanic sank in 1912, the world was plunged into this terrible First World War where, death tolls in the millions was commonplace across the newspapers. Not soon after, we had the Second World War, then the Cold War after that. There were just so many things going on in the world that Titanic literally just became a footnote in history. So another strand that we cover in this documentary really is about how Titanic was basically brought back from the dead. And we owe the resurrection of Titanic really down to a group of obsessed, determined men. One was an American author, one was a British filmmaker, and the third was an ex-US Navy intelligence officer who became an oceanographer. And the efforts of these three men over several decades play out as three different timelines, and they all interlink into a story really about how Titanic was rediscovered and became this kind of cult, legendary ship that we still have now, that we still talk about now. And even to today, we are still seeing Titanic in the headlines. We've had accidents down there. With a tragic loss of the Titan submersible, we've had numerous legal wranglings about the wreck itself. And then we have these wonderful and wild ideas about actually bringing Titanic back. We've got giant theme parks and even a proposed ocean-going replica, albeit with improved safety, and many more lifeboats. But there really has been other terrible losses of ocean liners at sea with much bigger death tolls than Titanic. There was the Wilhelm Gustloff, which was a German liner torpedoed by the Soviets in the closing of World War II, and up to 10,000 people, mainly women and children, perished on that ship. There was the Cap Arcona, and there was up to 5,000 deaths involved in the loss of that liner. Why has the world become so obsessed with Titanic? Again, this is an approach that we look at, that we peel back the layers and we really analyse what it is that's made this ship such an enigma.